Hello, everybody. Angel Arts here, and at long last, welcome to official session 1 of the Alpha Squad. I am here joined by our other 4 players. Yay! Woo! Very exciting. The Alpha Squad. A lot of you, by this point of the game, many of you guys have probably been wondering what's been going on with the Alpha Squad, because we're actually recording this right now several sessions ahead of time, before even sessions that I have yet to record, because the whole idea of what happened to the Alpha Squad is purposely meant to be a mystery for a while. But these players get to know ahead of time what's been going down, which I think is going to be very interesting.
Speaking of which, why? Spells why?
Well, what did I do?
Not you, the old lady. She seems so nice.
You mean...
I don't
okay.
remember names. I'm not kidding.
Diana?
Yes, why?
Diana.
Diana, why? Oh, and for everyone watching at home, if I seem taller, it's because Spells put a voodoo curse on my chair. So now, I've went from my throne of luxury to an old wooden one.
Yeah, I have massive voodoo powers. That's how I got the name Super Spells, don't you know?
Exactly. Okay, so we're going to start, guys, with a warm-up question. And so my warm-up question is, going into... because I want to establish this before we continue our role-playing, because I think this is important. Going into this session, which of the other 3 do you believe that your character is closest to? Which of the other 3 PCs, or actually 2 in this case, because you haven't met Spells' official character yet. So between the other 2, which one do you feel you are closer to, and why do you think your character is closer to? And it could be because of something that didn't actually happen during a role play, but if you think something made sense that it could have happened that would have caused you to be closer to this character, explain the situation, explain the scenario. Because I want to have establish your guys' relationship between each others before we begin. It looked like Shogun wanted to go first.
Yeah. Quinn is a special case because he hasn't really met any of you besides minor brush-ins. He would be, it's not so much closer to as admiration for. He would admire Salovara the most for things Angel knows about. And is it okay if I say it? Or
if you would like to reveal something, that's up to you, how much you want to reveal.
Okay, so, and the Drell, Diana, he will admire her for her, like, am I right in assuming it's the motherly role of the Vault that she has played? It's not really great admiration, but it's slightly less so of faith. Not because of anything she done, but because she is friends with Damien. He's more of questioning her, but seeing as she is now in charge, he has utmost respect for her as a subordinate, as he feels he should be. You respect your superiors unless given
A reason not to.
a reason not to. And the thing going on with his sister is a whole bunch of confusing nonsense that is, yeah, it's complicated.
So Quinn, I think that makes a lot of sense, seeing how much interaction your character has had indirectly with the brother and sister, with Salo and Nilu, the brother and sister, it seems. Because I know you probably leave gifts for many people throughout the course of those years, but the specific cases that we've seen, it makes a lot of sense that there might be something out of either respect or admiration or what have you going on with that brother and sister thing. Would you say that it Do you think part of it is because maybe you see something between that brother and sister relationship that you don't see with your brother and sister relationship that you wish you had? Do you think that has something to do with it, or you don't think it has anything to do with it?
I feel that he really wants that relationship, but it goes sort of beyond that. He sees Salavera as the Quarian he could be, like something he should have been. But due to some things that were beyond his control and some experiences he went through, he just couldn't be. So he go. Now, yes, the relationship it plays a role, not that big of a role, but it's there.
Okay.
The relationship he has with his siblings with his sister is something he misses. He used to have it, but it's gone now.
Okay, fair enough. How about Salo or Faith?
I can go.
Go ahead, Salo.
I think that Salo admires Quinn the most. I think in the vault he's been friendly. Him and Nilu have been friendly with many people, certainly, but for a really long time they were kind of outside of everything. Not necessarily on purpose or being introverted. They just didn't really feel like they meshed entirely. And the little presence that Quinn would leave, and when Salo was able to connect that cloaking device came from him. He really kind of realized that he's had an ally in the vault all along. Someone who was closer than people just passing by saying, "Hey, thanks for fixing that thing," or whatever.
I think that's very sweet. Cool. And go ahead.
BFFs!
Yes. Go ahead.
Best friend forever.
So would that be Salin? Polo? The shipping begins.
Barely like 10 minutes in, and there's already shipping.
There's already shipping going on. How about you, Faith? What do you think between the two?
I think it's probably gonna be close, and she probably hasn't really talked much with either of them, especially Quinn, considering he doesn't interact a whole lot with the others.
Barely at all.
Yeah. But I think she'd probably admire Salo the most, because I guess she kind of it's reminding her of her own sisters that she's got, and how she would always be protective of them, especially her youngest ones. And since she doesn't have her sisters there anymore, I guess she really admires him even more because he was able to protect his sister.
Gotcha. Okay, great. Thank you for your answers. I do have a question for Spells.
Yes.
Spells, this is just a prediction more on your part, based on what you know of the three characters so far. If, hypothetically speaking, let's say hypothetically Rain ends up running into or meeting these characters at some point, from what you know of these three, which one do you predict Rain would mesh with the easiest, or mesh with almost quicker than the others, and why do you think she would?
That's actually a fairly easy question. I actually think she would mesh with Salo the most.
Really?
Yes, because he seems he would probably seem much more approachable to her than the other guy with all the tech stuff. Like, okay. Salo is techy, but Quinn is much quieter than Salo tends to be.
Oh yeah, and when he does talk, it's
yeah. So like, I picture Salo talking more, so Rain will get to know him better faster. And the reason why it's not Faith is because due to past experiences, she generally has a problem with older Asari that have authority.
Gotcha.
So,
Makes sense. Okay, great. So let us go ahead and begin our story. So we sort of had a bit of a prologue. If you guys haven't seen this Squad Session 0, I highly recommend that you watch it because it'll answer a lot of questions. This is our formal Session 1, but we sort of did a kind of a prologue RP in our Session 0. So in order for most things to make sense, I highly recommend that you watch that first, if you haven't already.
The Legend of the Good Phantom.
Yes. So, we left off with you guys. You are on a planet of some sort. You guys are trying to find resources for the people in the vault, and unfortunately, people are running out of food. And you guys landed on this nearby planet, and then you were attacked by these Varen husk thingies. And you guys started attacking them, trying to defend yourselves, wondering if you should retreat, A or B or C. And then Quinn fires his gun, which somehow cuts through time and space itself. And this big, giant, yellow portal kind of emerges and spreads out amongst all of you, and you guys appear in the same jungle-like area that you guys were before, but it doesn't look exactly the same. Something about it is off. First of all, the main thing that you notice that is off is that the lake or the river that you are next to is a heck of a lot clear. The water looks a lot cleaner than it did before. And the unfortunate thing is several of the corrupted Varen followed you as well. So we are actually going to begin the session with combat.
This is right.
So, starting with Quinn, you get to declare, Quinn, first how many turns you want to take this round.
Great. The guy with absolutely no experience is going first. Okay. I first have a question. Reactions to other actions of the opponents. Is that a thing? Does that exist?
It doesn't technically exist, but I will allow you to do reactions. So I will use the same rules as D&D, where you'll declare that you are holding your action, and depending on what it is, I'll probably say specifically what are you planning on doing? Like, what is the trigger? Like, you could say, if this monster charges at me or any of my friends, I'm gonna shoot it. Or if Faith casts this, then I'm gonna cast that. Like, you can tell me something specific that you're going to do if you hold your action. If you hold your action and the triggering thing doesn't happen, then that action gets thrown out. Does that make sense?
Yes.
So if the enemy does not charge at you, then you're SOL. Or does not charge at anyone, then you're SOL. So, okay.
I declare two.
You have two turns. Okay. The Varen Husk will take one turn. Rain, how about you? You are in the map. If you don't see yourself, you're down on the southeast.
Yeah, I see where I am. I'll just take one.
One?
Okay, yeah.
Salovera?
I will take two.
Two. Damien will take one. Nihasharul will take two, because she has to aim and fire. The Pyjax will take one action. Quinn, and then we're back to Quinn. Did we get to everybody?
I didn't get to pick my action. I think you messed up or something.
Oh, sorry, I messed up. Faith, how many turns do you want to take?
I think I'm going to take one. Because you said movement is free.
Movement is free. Okay. So, Quinn, you get to take your first turn.
Okay, so now to just get the what has happened. Quinn has just fired a shot, and reality just exploded. Am I getting that right?
Yes. Correct. Reality just exploded. You're kind of disoriented. You're not really sure what's going on, where you're at. It looks like you're in the same place, but it's a bit off. Meanwhile, however, monsters are still attacking you, so that probably takes higher priority.
Agreed. So, another question. When I fired my gun, I was aiming at something. Does that thing still exist, or is it gone? Whatever I was aiming at.
You were aiming at a Baron, and you just completely destroyed that Baron. It's just went. If you want, you can probably see like guts, like remnant guts of it, like strewn over the battlefield.
Can there be like a trail, like a trench dug from the impact that pushed it through, or am I?
Sure. Yeah. Sure.
So the Baron and the trench where it hit the ground. Got it.
Sure.
Okay. So now I'm going to rush the Baron with my Ninjato.
Okay.
I assume I don't have to describe what that is. It's like a mini katana,
Okay.
which was used by ninjas.
Okay. Yes.
I have a movement of 10.
Yes. So each square is one movement. Okay.
Okay. So
Okay.
I have more than enough to get.
So you will charge up to him. And
Charge
now you get to do an action. So if you want to use your Ninjato, you're welcome to it.
Absolutely. If I am aiming for anything, is that like a called shot?
Yeah, if you're aiming for a specific part of the body, yes, that'd be a called shot. Which means that the defense, the number that you have to beat with your roll will increase, depending on what specifically you're trying to aim for.
Okay. I'm gutsy. I'm gonna
Okay.
say I am trying to pin. I'm trying to stab through the top of his head, through his lower jaw, and get it through the chest. I'm trying to pin his head to his chest.
Okay? So roll your attack roll for the blade, and you'll have to beat a specific number. 27. That is enough.
Okay.
Especially with
So you're trying to use the katana to pin his head into his chest. That's what you're trying to do?
Ninjato. I'm just
The
gonna.
Ninjato.
It doesn't care. Just sword. I'm using a sword.
Sure.
It's
Your
called
blade.
Grey Edge, if you're curious.
But you're Ninjato, that's fine. We can refer to it as to what it really is. So you're trying to pin his head into his chest, is what you're saying.
Yes, I'm stabbing through his head, through the top of the head, the jaw,
Okay.
and into the
Alright.
chest.
Roll the damage. So now
He
you're
doesn't have
Ninjato.
to. It's a flat rate. It's the MD, whatever his MD is, and the plus from the katana as a weapon.
Okay. So what is his... I'm not sure what his MD is.
Neither
It should
am
be
I.
filled out on his character sheet. There's an MD. It's melee damage.
Oh yeah, I think
Oh,
we
I thought
worked
that's
on
a
this
defense.
before.
I have
Oh,
melee
okay.
defense, brawling defense. Okay, found it.
Okay.
I found it.
Okay, so what is it?
3 plus 6.
So it's 9.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Okay. So you dealt 9 damage. I'm assuming the damage reduction reduces it, though.
Yes.
Sadly.
Okay. But it also has a kinetic barrier.
Which it wouldn't activate with melee weapons.
That's true. It wouldn't activate with melee weapons. Right, because it's only for ranged. You're right.
Mhm.
Okay.
Things traveling over the speed of sound.
All right.
I assume.
You attempt to stab the creature with your blade. Now, because you rolled so high, I will allow you to roll an additional d6 points of damage, especially because you made a called shot and you're trying to do critical damage, to see if you could do more than 9 damage. So roll another d6 for me.
No modifiers, just one.
Just additional d6. Just 1 d6. 1. Okay. You penetrate through. You see a decent amount of blood splurt out. However, the creature surprisingly seems to be unfazed by that attack. Its hide is just really tough, and it seems to be very resistant to damage.
Did I penetrate the head and get... Did I even penetrate the head?
You did. You penetrated through the head, but it just is able to resist so much of the damage, it doesn't seem to be very phased at all.
So I did no damage. Okay.
Not much.
It's like that time whenever you like stab somebody through the hand and they don't even blink at you.
Okay.
Right. The Varen Husk is next. Since the immediate threat is the one right in front of him, he is going to try to maul at Quinn. What is your brawl defense, Quinn?
My brawl defense is 11.
Okay. 11. He will be able to hit you. He tries to, with his head being in a odd position, he flails with his front claws, and he will deal to you 25 points of damage. So first, you have a kinetic barrier. So do you have any? Does your armor have kinetic barrier?
Response to that,
Right. So
which we just
25.
established.
So but do you have damage reduction at all? Your armor.
Damage resistance?
Damage resistant. Excuse me. Damage resistance or damage reduction? Damage resistance.
It is 5.
Okay. So you absorb 5 and you only take 20 points of damage.
Right now, Quinn is shouting in his mind, "This was a terrible idea."
By the way, if you guys click on your icons, you'll see like little circles appear above you. If you want, you can put your hit points. Normally I put hit points in the green circle. You can like tap on it and that might help just to keep your hit points.
If
in
you are
track.
looking, if you would look at it, you will agree with Quinn.
The damage resistance, I normally put in the red circle, and then I normally put whatever kinetic barrier you have in the blue circle, is what I normally do. So, I recommend that you guys do that just to keep track of things. Okay. Probably should do the same thing for the other things.
And if you click on the little gear icon, you can put your HP also in the second box, and it gives you a little bar.
Yeah. That way we can see like how much percentage of your health is left.
Where would
By
the
looking at the
kinetic
bar.
barrier be?
Your armor.
It's your
tells you
armor.
what kinetic barrier you have.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
That's probably not much.
Rain, you're up. You
Okay.
suddenly see a bizarre, from whatever it is you're doing, for whatever reason that you're on this planet, you see a bizarre flash of yellow light. And there's a massive fight that was not there seconds ago. These people just came out of nowhere, and it looks like they're in trouble.
Lots of trouble.
And they are appearing to be fighting husks. So
Which means something is really strange for you.
Well, she was actually, along with her weapon, she's toting around like this big old metal like case, which is going along with what she was doing here. So
Mhm.
she's going to run over here to these pile of rocks
Mm-hmm.
and pull out her sniper rifle and look across the way and try and examine the big giant wolf-like thing for weaknesses.
Okay.
There is none. I've tried. Just help, please. Out of character, but
So are you spending an action just to observe the
I'm
creature?
looking for weaknesses in the Varen Husk, and I'm also placing the giant metal case beside me against one of the rocks.
Okay. Roll me a... That will be...
perception.
Yeah, I'm trying to think. That would be more of a knowledge. Roll an alien species or medicine Or I'll even allow perception. The difficulty will be higher if you roll perception, but it's up to you whether you want to roll a perception or knowledge roll.
Okay.
The target number will be higher for perception, but you can roll perception if you want to, instead of knowledge, alien
I know what I
species, or
should
knowledge, medicine.
I to do, but it's too late now.
19?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. There is a specific spot on the forehead of the creature, like there's blue glowing spot on the forehead of the creature, and this is just your knowledge. This is nobody else, no other character knows this. You believe if you hit that spot, it probably will do extra damage. If you're
Okay.
able to hit that spot.
Okay.
Okay? Faith is up.
Okay, I think I'm going to focus on the Varen because that's the biggest threat.
Okay?
Hmm. How much area does warp cover when you use it?
It's only on a single target.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Oh, I'm thinking of singularity. I'm sorry.
Yeah, you're thinking of singularity.
Whoops.
Lose now.
Don't worry, I'm not going to. I think I'm gonna have her use biotic charge on the Baron. She's probably gonna charge up here to attack the Baron.
Okay?
Also try and protect him because he's already taken a bunch of damage.
Exactly. Mm-hmm.
The pain.
Okay, so Biotic Charge allows you to propel at a target with pure biotic power, striking it with incredible force. You can also charge through chasms or escape dangerous situations instantly. It allows you to travel within range of the talent in a straight line in one round. Additionally, for every pip and Biotic Charge, you get 1 point of damage resistance for the remainder of that round.
So 1 pip and what?
And biotic, I think.
Yeah, for every pip and Biotic Charge, you get 1 point of damage resistance for the remainder of that round.
So how many points did you put into your biotic charge, specifically?
I don't know. I don't know if I did or not. I think the only things
Really?
I put points in was throw and shields.
To get
Sure.
Biotic Charge.
To get those two. Yeah.
Okay. So,
You want me to
'Cause if
roll
you-
for
because if you did put points into it, then you'd get a lot of defense. You'd get more in your kinetic barrier, which probably is a big deal for charge. If you did put points into it.
Oh, I don't think I did. So do I need to
Okay.
roll for damage or something?
It doesn't say you do damage.
I don't think you do damage. So the big boon that the power gives you is it gives you extra kinetic barrier, but if you didn't put any points into it, then you don't get the benefit from that. Make sense?
You have at
yeah.
least one.
So here's
you
what I
can have.
recommend. You got a whole bunch of experience from session 0, correct?
Yeah.
I recommend you spend those points in your kinetic barrier now, so that you can get that. So how many points do you have? How
She
many
could
points do you
also
get from
just
experience?
not charge and just use shield instead.
Right, or you could also just not charge at all and use shield instead, and
Okay.
spend your points later, and figure out how to spend your points later.
Yeah, I think I'm probably gonna do that.
Okay, so pull yourself back again, and then you can use shield. I think you were back over here.
Yeah.
Faith. I think you were back here.
Where are you going? I need help.
So, shield does what? Remind me, spells?
I'm getting there.
While he's figuring out shield, Salovera, you're next.
Okay, so I want to use Overload on the Big Baron.
Okay?
And that would be... I have it pulled up right here. Attacking enemy shield. Roll technical attribute and electronic devices skill
Mhm.
against the target's technical attribute.
Okay?
Or see special rules. to shut down their kinetic barriers. The kinetic barrier will be offline for 3 rounds after that. After that, they start to regenerate. Overload automatically shuts down any kinetic barriers of a personal armor.
Before you do that, Salo, roll a perception for me, please. A perception or technical. Or
technical. That would be much better. I have
roll a technical, please.
I figured out what shield does.
Okay. While Salo is rolling, what does shield do?
Okay, so it's 2 meters in diameter, and it's a cooldown for 3 rounds, and it protects you, and I guess anyone within the diameter, in a 90-degree arc from the front. You have to roll a biotic attribute above 14, and shield has 40 hit points, and every point in the shield talent gives it additional damage reduction like armor.
Okay,
and
so I could move
until
over.
It's depleted or is deactivated by the biotic, but it works both ways. A biotic using this talent may not do anything else.
Is it just a flat technical, or is there any skills under that?
If you have technical, armor, repair...
I do.
Okay. Use that. Or synthetics.
I have that too. It's the same number though, so...
Alright. 27. Okay. So before you do what you're about to do, you notice that this Varan does not have any kinetic barrier at all.
Oh, okay.
However, the Husk Pyjaks all have kinetic barrier 3 apiece. So if you want to change what you're about to do, you're welcome to do that.
Alright. I am definitely going to change what I am about to do.
Okay?
The Varan seems to be the biggest threat. I'd very much like to do something about that.
Okay.
So I think for my first action, I'm instead going to deploy my combat drone.
Okay.
I have to remember how that works.
Hey, add a character. When my turn comes up again, would I be able to move still?
Yeah, you're still able to move. You'll be able to move and still use shield.
Because I've got an idea on what I can do from the next turn. I can move up to protect a few of you guys with my shield.
Probably a good idea. And what does the shield do? Does the shield give them an extra kinetic barrier? Is that what it does?
I think it's 40 points of a kinetic barrier, extra kinetic barrier.
No, the shield has 40 hit points, and each point in shield talent gives additional damage reduction like armor, and it protects in a 2-meter diameter. But the biotic using the shield can't do anything else. So 90-degree front arc too.
Okay, so I got.
And you have to roll above a 14.
Ah.
With your biotic score.
Okay, so I got 6 points in shield, so that would actually be 46, I think.
Yeah, so roll to make sure that you activated the shield first.
Yeah, it's your biotic score plus shield.
Plus however many points you put into shield.
Okay,
Is that enough? I think that's enough, right?
Yep. That's over 14.
Okay.
Yep.
So you're fine. So that means that the shield has how many hit points?
It should have 46.
46 hit points. So it can take 46 hit points of damage before it breaks.
Right.
But while it's
40, it's 40 hit points, but it also gives additional damage reduction. It gives 6 points of damage reduction.
Okay.
It doesn't have 40 hit points.
Okay, so it's 40 hit points, and it gives everyone within the shield 6 points of damage reduction, which is very good.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, so get back to Salo. Salo, where do you want to put your drone? Because I think you don't have to put the drone right next to you. You can put it wherever you want.
It just says near. It doesn't give a specific thing.
So
so yeah, I'd like to send it up to kind of distract the Varan here.
You should be able to put it at. You should be able to move your drone wherever you want right now.
Cool.
I currently have my blade in its face.
Do the Varan.
Okay.
And it'll just be in automatic mode, so it'll just attack the nearest thing to it. I don't want to put it in control mode.
And is the Varen forced to attack it?
If it's synthetic, yes.
It's forced to attack it. Okay.
Synthetic enemies are forced to attack the drone.
Okay. Good. Okay. Damien is going to take an action. And he's gonna say, "Oh man, this isn't good." He
Agreed.
pulls out his pack of Medigel, and he walks over here. And Medigel gives, I don't remember how many hit points.
6.
6. Okay.
Hang on,
He
guys.
will-
I'll be right back.
He will give, heal you 6 points of damage back. Okay?
All right.
So you're back to 12. Niha. She will move here. And she will aim at the... She will spend an action to aim at the Varen. The Pyjak husks are next. This Pyjak husk goes over to Faith. This Pyjak husk goes over to Damien. This Pyjak husk goes over to Quinn. Okay?
All right.
Actually, yeah, Quinn's the closest one. So we'll go probably to the closest one. So the first Pyjak is going to try to attack. I'll start with Damien. He tries to attack Damien and he misses. The other one will try to attack Quinn. What is your brawling defense, Quinn?
11.
11. That will hit.
Curses. How about dodge? Did dodge do any? No.
No, it's only for range defense.
Okay. The Pyjak does 22 points of damage, which
And down goes Quinn.
you get knocked out. Okay. Now we're at turn 2. So we're in the second turn. Oh, the other one is supposed to attack Faith. But Faith is not here, so I'm just going to do the rolls ahead of time. Okay. Quinn, did you have you only had one action, right? Quinn?
I was going for 2.
You're going for 2, okay. But now you're down.
Yes.
Okay, so somebody will just have to revive you. 22 points of damage, so you have negative... You absorb 5, right?
Yep.
So you have negative... 5 points of hit points. So what I'm gonna do, because I don't like these rules, in the rules, once you're 0, you're technically dead, which I don't like, because you go from fighting to dead, which I don't like at all. So what I think I'm gonna do is, how much strength, what is your strength attribute? Just out of curiosity.
You said
2.
it was 2D. Yeah.
I have a
6.
whiff. I have what?
What I'm gonna say is that you're not dead until your hit points is the negative of however many strength die you have times 6. So 12. When you hit negative 12, then you'll be dead.
Okay.
Okay, so right now you're just negative 5. Faith, you're being attacked right now by one of the Pyjaks. What is your brawling defense?
Okay, I've got range DV, melee DV, and then brawling. So is that brawling defense?
Yeah,
Yes.
brawling defense.
Okay, 16.
16. Okay, it will hit, and the Pyjak will do 17 points of damage to you, but you have additional damage reduction because of your shield, right? That gives you an additional 4.
Yeah.
So what is your
yeah.
damage
Additional
reduction
6.
normally?
16 normally with the brawling.
16 normally with the brawling. Okay?
With the brawling defense, yeah. And then shield gives me 6 points of, I guess, damage reduction.
Well, that's your defense to get hit. What is your damage resistance?
Oh,
Like,
So 17 minus your total damage resistance is what?
Sorry, damage resistance was 6.
So your total damage resistance is 10.
12.
Okay. Or 12?
12
yeah,
because she
I
has
got
the shield,
shields.
so it's 6 plus 6.
So it's 12. So you only take 5 points of damage.
Okay.
Okay. Rain, you're up.
And there-
I only took 1 action in that round.
Okay. Faith, you have a second. Did you have a second action?
No, I
She
only
took
took 1.
Okay. Did any-
Two.
you have a second action? Okay, go ahead.
Yeah.
Do you have
now
Medigel?
I'm confused. I do have Medigel actually.
Okay.
I
Not
think
that
I
you have
quite a bit of
to.
it.
Not that you have to use it, but
my sword's still sticking out of its head, so that's something. Anyone has normal shock. It's an idea. Just saying.
So, oh god, you're real close to things. I'm a squishy. I don't want to get real close to things.
I was squishy too.
so what do you want to do?
That's my mistake.
I think I'm going to use Overload on one of the pie jacks to kind of help those go down a little bit faster. I'm gonna get the one next to Faith. That seems the most threatening. So that is, what was that again? That's technical and something else versus the target's technical. Technical and electronics device skill against the target's technical attribute. So
Okay.
I would just add.
His technical attribute is 0, by the way.
Okay.
So what happens?
So it loses all of its kinetic barriers for 3 rounds. And then they begin to recharge after 3 rounds.
Damien is holding an action. He's holding an action. And it looks like he's looking towards Quinn's body when he's holding an action. Niha will fire her weapon. She will hit. Dealing...
I'm really disappointed because I had a very smart move planned.
That's
Yeah,
hard.
this system is brutal.
It's a very...
When does the
Yeah, this is
combat
very
drone
hard.
go?
I rolled horribly. I only did 12 damage to it, which just digs from Plum's armor. That's annoying. Is anyone taking a third action?
When does the combat drone go? Does it go on my turn, or does it have
Yeah,
its
it
own
does go on your
initiative?
turn.
Because it's just an automatic. It's just gonna attack.
Well,
whatever.
here's a question. Like any here's a question. Any creature that can see the combat drone has to attack the combat drone?
It says, in any case, all synthetics will attack the drone first, and after they destroy it, they will proceed to other targets.
Okay. So that means that you took the drone out before Quinn went down, correct? Before
Yeah.
Quinn, which means that this Pyjack would have at least tried to attack this drone first before hitting Quinn. Before killing Quinn is what I'm trying to say.
If it's synthetic, yeah, all synthetics will try to attack the
All right.
drone first.
Okay, so Quinn, the drone was your saving grace. So go back to 12 hit points. Go back to 12 hit points. Which means that which means the
Popeye song
22
suddenly kicks in.
Yes. To save time so I don't have to re-roll everything, like the 22 points that were targeted to you instead gets targeted to the drone. How many hit points does the drone have?
The drone has, let me check here, I believe it has hit points, depend from repair. It doesn't say which repair, the armor or weapons. It says from repair.
Maybe just repair.
For every 6 points it has 10, for every 9 it has 20. I have 9 in armor repair.
So let's use that. What is so let's use that. How many
It has 20 hit points and it has a DR of 6.
6. Okay. That means it only took 16 because it dealt 22 damage, it resists 6 of that, so it only did 16 hit points of damage. The other Pyjack, this Pyjack would have not attacked Damien, he would have instead have attacked the drone. So I'll have, and I think he ended up missing Damien, so he'll miss the drone, which means this creature would have gone and attacked the drone instead of you, Faith. So your hit points can go back to max again.
Okay. Actually, they were already back. I wasn't sure whether to subtract it off of that or the kinetic barriers from the shields.
Yeah. So you're
Okay,
untouched.
Okay.
And I don't remember how much damage. I don't remember how much damage he did. So I'm going to just roll again.
There is just a
It was
repair
17.
skill.
I'm sorry.
By the way, there is just a repair skill.
Yeah,
Okay.
I was saying that earlier. There's the repair skill. That's because I got that in mind.
I will allow Quinn to have a beefier drone and have more hit points. You can use that.
That's fine.
That's fine.
I was just clarifying.
So I saw that he actually does 17 points of damage,
All right, my drone's done.
but he took a
Saved the
brunt.
day.
He stopped Quinn from dying. So
He saved the day. Your sacrifice will be remembered.
that will not change Damien's action. He's still going to hold his action. Okay.
Okay.
So
Does that mean I get my action back?
you do.
Yay!
You do.
Okay, mine's a rather unique action now that Pyjack has lovely moved down a bit.
hmm Yep.
I want to try to... My sword's currently pinned in through his head into his chest.
Correct.
I want to just pull the tip out of his chest, slam my sword down, sticking his head to the ground, while also jumping up in the air and pinning the Pyjack behind me down with my legs. I
You mean
don't
the
want to
Pyjack
jump
down.
the Pyjack, yes.
So
I just want to lift the sword up, then plank out my body, fall to the ground with my legs landing on it, and grappling the Pyjack.
So you're trying to stab the Varen while you're falling to the ground and grabbing the Pyjack behind you with your legs. Is that what
Yes,
you're
that will
saying?
be an amazing acrobatics.
That will have to be an amazing acrobatics
Can I
for
at
that
least?
to happen.
I imagine
Yeah.
that I would still get the Varen though, right?
Assuming that your attack roll is enough. First of all, let me make sure that your acrobatics. Do your acrobatics roll first.
Okay. Acrobatics is in dexterity, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Getting those dice ready. Boom!
Very nice.
Oh, you get a wild die too.
And you got a wild die, so roll another d6. 27. 27, yes. So you will successfully be able to, I guess, pin both the creatures down with that action. From your amazing acrobatics. Roll an attack roll, just to make sure that you actually damage the Varen creature. So it's going to be your melee attack roll.
Not melee damage, melee attack.
Melee attack first. I want to make sure that you don't miss. And you have to hit in order to pin the Varen.
My sword's already in him. Just wanted to point that out. Not
Right, but
arguing
you're trying.
or anything.
But I think you're trying to pin the Varen down to the ground, correct? With
Yes,
the
I'm
sword.
I'm wrestling him to the ground. He's resisting.
Correct. So you'll
With
need
his
to
head.
use So you'll need to use a strength melee check for that.
Great. Now I just need to figure that out again. Okay. No, I remember. I got 25.
Okay. I will make an opposed roll. See, because you're basically wrestling. So I'll make an opposed strength check. I don't think he's going to make it. Just so you know. Nope.
I don't like that.
No, I see. Nope, he didn't make it.
Okay.
So
okay.
you have managed to pin them to the ground. Deal your damage to him,
All right. Let's.
which is just it would just be something plus 6, right? Or something
Yep.
plus a d6, which is 10. Is it
It was-
10?
I think it was like
9. 9 plus a d6. Roll your d6.
I'm just double checking.
I believe I remember it being 9 plus a d6.
Nope. Nope. It's a 3.
3 plus a d6 is your melee damage?
3 plus the katana, which was 6, so it is 9.
Yes.
Thank you.
9 plus a d6.
Okay.
Roll a d6, please.
14.
14. So you dinked him a bit,
I squished his head on the way down.
but importantly enough, you
Looked around a bit.
you pinned him. So
Yes.
Okay.
I'm doing this because I see Niha lining up her shot.
Rain, you're up. If you have any actions. Oh wait.
That was
Everybody-
the second action.
That was the end of the round. So nobody has a third action, right?
No.
Okay.
Nope.
All right. We're going to go back to the top again. Starting with
Me.
you, Quinn. How many actions this time do you want to take now that you've pinned these two creatures to the ground?
I want to take 2 again,
Okay.
and I am holding my action.
Rain?
Because we-
3.
Okay. Faith.
I think I'm gonna have 1 again since I'm gonna move and do something else.
Okay. Salo.
Dose.
Okay. Niha's also going to take 2. Okay. Quinn at the top. You go first.
I'm holding my action. Do I have to tell you specifically what I'm holding for?
Tell me what you're trying to hold for. Give me an idea.
Can I have 2 things or just 1? Just 1.
Well, it depends on what the 2 things are.
Okay.
Depends on what they are.
I'm holding for 2 things. 1, Niha to take her shot at the Varen. The second thing is if the Varen starts getting up, I want to jump up, slash at the, and then I'm going to slash at the hijack under my feet while backing away.
Okay, so the first one is easy. The second one is if the Varen gets up, then you'll do something,
Yes.
right? Okay. So what I'm going to say is if either of those 2 happen, then you will react to whichever one comes first. And if you react to one, you can't react to the other.
Agreed.
Does that make sense? Okay.
Yes.
I'm fine with that. Okay, so you're holding your action. Rain, you're up.
Okay, she's gonna be like, oh, okay, this isn't looking good. She's going to go over to her metal case and she's going to like grab one of the like cord at the bottom, and then she's going to lead it over and put it in the river. And then she's gonna go back to the rocks and start to get out our Omni tool, and that's gonna be up on her section action.
Okay. Faith, your first action.
Well, for my free action, I'm going to move her
Okay.
over. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Move 5 over here for the shield. And
Nice.
I
Find real
think
estate
she's-
there.
I think she's going to use for her actual action throw on this hijack.
Can you hold?
The one that's right below her.
Yeah. If you know how to ping.
No, I do not.
So if
You just
make
hold
sh-
hold your
mouse.
mouse over it.
Okay, there we go. I got it.
That's how you ping.
That's the one. Yeah.
Which
Gonna use
one is the
throw.
hijack without barriers?
I think the one in front of Dorian, or the Durrell.
The project that doesn't have the barrier, I'm gonna give it a X. There. That one does not have a barrier.
Okay. She's gonna use throw on it.
Okay. So go ahead. What do you have to? How do you use throw?
It's an
I've got-
opposed strength.
Okay.
She rolls a biotic, and he rolls strength.
It's got 9 points in throw as well.
Okay.
That goes to your biotic roll.
So roll a biotic, and you get to add 9 to the roll.
Okay.
How many dice do you have in your biotics?
3d6.
3d6. So 3d6 plus 9. probably will fail.
Okay. Next is the target is pushed back 5 times biotic D meters away from its point from the point of origin, which hers is 3, so it's pushed 15 meters away.
Yeah, which I think last time we thought that was really powerful. The range is super powerful.
I think that was Singularity, because Singularity was huge.
Yeah, but 15 squares away is really far.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it
I
is.
think that's on the assumption. A lot of 3d6 systems, each square is 2, whatever measurement, feet, yards, whatever. I know that's
Yeah.
how it is in Dragon Age. I think that might assume that everything is 2. That 15 does seem like a lot.
Oh, it is.
Yeah, so maybe I'll move it 7. 1,
Yeah,
2,
that seems
3,
fair.
4, 5, 6, 7. There we go, 7. You,
Right
Push.
across the
is
river.
that, you said push, right?
Mhm.
Push, not pull, right?
Yeah.
Okay, push. So you push it across the river. Does it do any damage?
Not unless you say it does.
I don't think if the power doesn't say it does damage, then it doesn't do damage.
Okay.
Unless it's like thrown into something, I guess.
Yeah.
Well, that's
Okay.
fine.
Salovera.
Alright.
Your
Well,
drone
that-
did its
that-
job.
that
You're the
took
rock
care of
star of
the,
the last round.
Took care of the pie jack that I wanted to go after, so I think I'm going to, I guess for my first action, pull the same number I did on the other pie jack. I'm gonna get rid of this one's shields.
Okay.
If it has the same technical ability as the other one does,
Which
I don't
is
think I
0.
have to roll for it.
Nope. So he lost the shield too.
Yep, doesn't have shields.
All right. Are you doing anything else? That I don't think you can do that turn.
Can I move?
You can move.
Yeah,
I'm
moves
on
are
the
free.
move. Oh, what is my move? 10. Okay. Is diagonals a thing?
No, diagonal is just simple, just 1.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
If we're dividing everything by 2, then I guess your movement should also be divided by 2. So if you have movement 10, you can only move 5 squares.
Okay, so I
Okay.
was here for 1, 2, 3, 4.
Okay. Damien. He is still gonna hold his action, but he's looking at both Faith and Quinn while he's holding his actions.
Don't worry about me. Just getting my workout in.
Miha lines up his shot, and she's going to aim the pie jack. The first pie jack is going to try to get up from. Oh, did the Varan not go at all? I don't think I did the Varan at all.
No, I think you
Varan did-
skipped over the
Yeah,
Varan.
Yeah, I
you
skipped
skipped
over the
over
Varan.
the
Let me do
Varan.
the Varan real quick. The Varan is going to try to get up. Ooh. So let me see if it's successful in getting up. Roll a strength roll.
Any modifiers on that? Like
Um,
brawling or something?
if you have brawling, that's fine. If you have melee or lifting, you can use any of those. I'll let you use any of those. Brawling, melee, lifting.
Melee it is.
Okay. And roll.
Okay, just kidding.
I'm gonna have a strong thought.
13. Okay. So, unfortunately, he does manage to get up, but you get to react to him getting up.
I want. When he pushes me off, I want to rip my katana out. I don't want to pull it out. I want to try to pull sideways.
Mhm.
You know,
Mhm.
it's like I could do that, but I'm trying to do this.
Okay.
And while I'm doing that with my one hand, I want to try to reach down and grab the pie jack by the head or neck, whatever one. I want to try doing that as well.
Okay. Say it one more time. You want to do again. You want
I
to.
want to rip my ninjato out, reach,
Okay.
and while I'm doing that, or while he's getting up, I want to rip the ninjato out, reach down, grab the hijack by the head or neck.
Okay. I will allow you to do that. Roll a melee attack first to see if you hit the Baron.